this box is our brew shed in a way. It's all I've got really. Some malt. That's the Kolsh, Alt Kolsh cross. I've got 4 containers. So this we're now going to check. It's been in here for 2 weeks, really. So we're now going to give it a little test, see where ABV is, and probably then, if we're happy with that, transfer it into these, and then it'll go in that fridge. That's the plan. We're down to 0.2. Started off at 5, and we're now going to. I'm going to transfer this. I'm going to taste it, and here's. Yes, see if I can get the light on this. It's lighter than that. Yeah, that's probably more. It's even lighter than that off that camera. So there it is. Still cloudy. Biscuity. There's a bitterness in there, slight sweetness, very minor, malty biscuity. Okay, so it's quite nice considering all it's brewed for. Fingers crossed. So what we're going to do is I'm going to crash this in the fridge for about 3 more days, and then I'm going to warm it back up and we'll see where we are. Early results. Yeah, I like it. I'm looking out the window. Yeah, I like it. So, different location. I'm in the front room, which we're using as the storage point of all our boxes and stuff. So, slightly different room. Masses of boxes being with me and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I will transfer it, and I'll let you see what I'm doing. I'm transferring it. The other reason I'm transferring it is that I can't get it in the fridge because I'm looking for the tiny little fridge. That's all I've got left. So that's the plan. So here's what we've got. This is going to have a little more yeast in it. So there's number 1 that we took out. There's number 2. And this is number 3. Obviously it's a bit shorter, but from what we got, we've used basically everything. And the yeast, that's what yeast we've got in that, and we're gonna do something with that. But next stop for these 3 babies are putting away in the fridge to crash them down now. So all in all, that's where we are. My tub is cleaned out, and there's the cider down here. Christmas cider. This is not got the greatest seal on it, so although it's you wouldn't know much bubbling action on this for the week it's been in, it is still kicking away. Okay, so let's just pause it there while I get my breath. That's the Kolsh. Although we use the Düsseldorf Alt yeast, it's still the same thing. So it's across Alt Kolsh style of beer. They've all kicked off fermenting ones again, which is what we wanted anyway, because we could still bring it down that little bit more. We've still got some residue sweetness in the beer, which will be removed slightly more over the next week. Let's crack this beer open. Honestly, could do with a beer. Nice label. Look, that's what it is. And let's talk about ordering beer online. I use 3 companies if I'm ordering beer online. I've used Beers of Europe. I use my local large off-license, which is Noble Green, which is my local one, and the other one I use is Beer Hawk. The other one I'm probably not using anymore is Beer Hawk. So I tried to have 2 deliveries made from Beer Hawk, and for whatever fault, the first box at the start of this week got broke and sent back, and I wasn't able to get a replacement for some of those beers, so we swapped some beers out, and then they resent it, and it got broke again. And all I got Friday, I tried to contact them after contacting the courier company, was you need to contact the seller. Do you know, I couldn't contact Beer Hawk all Friday afternoon, and left messages, emails, the chat crap thing. And cheers. That's a bready lager. Premium Pilsner, that is. Couldn't tell you what is in there. I know they use a hop extract because it's typically German, so. Yeah, Beer Hawk. And I got through to them this morning and spoke to a lady who had no sympathy, no nothing. It was like, do you want a refund? I'm like, this is happening a lot, I mean, because I just want my beer. But got nothing. I didn't get a sorry, kiss my ass or anything. Beer Hawk, you need to improve your service. Honestly, piss poor. So it's all about cold crashing this now, and I've got bowls. I'm gonna drink some beer. We've been babysitting a granddaughter for a week. She's 4, going on 15. Okay, so 11-month old, 11-month out of date, 11-month best before. Yeast works fine. Okay, I'm not doing 23 litres, 5 gallons or anything, but for a small batch, this has worked fine. And I'm going to try and use it again. So we'll see where that goes. Local Hungry Horse has been rebranded by Green King to a general pub that does food, and it's 1,000 times better than it was. Yeah, we're going to ramble. It's a ramble, isn't it? Yeah, I've had decent burgers in there with a beer, and I had 2 Sunday roasts now in the last couple of weeks. It's been really good. So, well done, Green King. Hungry Horse have been awful. I don't know if Hungry Horse is all around the country. It's just vile. So I also online picked up a dozen Kolsh glasses, which cost next to nothing. Actually cost less than two of these glasses which I picked up. This is a nice glass, I do like it. Good retention of the lager head with this glass, which is what it's kind of designed for. It's got a nice grippy on the bottom that you can hold it with. Being beer snobby, people that do beer reviews in Teku glasses and things, and I'm thinking, why are you doing the beer in that glass? Because it's not right. Yeah, beer snobbery and all that, and I'm clearly at fault. Because as I say, you can brew it any way you want it, so you can drink it any way you want it. It just irks me. So, tickets, early bird tickets go on sale 7th of November for the next beer thing in London next year. I will be there because I am going to live the month before that like a monk. I know, I think they used to be quite well. I'm just really going to be careful so I don't get no crimes outbreak. So yeah, I'll be going. Well, I should have gone this one. I paid for it and the bloody hotel. And that's the cap off that bit. Berliner Pilsner, 1 out of 5. Score out of 5. 5% beer. You could easily drink half a dozen of them. Not really much of a bother. Okay. Bottle wise, with the Kolsh, I'm going to use these little 330 bottles when I bottle it up. I was going to mini keg it, but I'm struggling to bother with a mini keg right now. But we'll see. I may. We'll see where we go. But right now, yeah, those are probably what I'm going to use. And that's about it for me for an update. So far, a kilo of DME, 400 grams of grain that I steeped. A bit of dextrin went in it, body really, and probably were two-year-old hops Mittelfrau that I used. It isn't this beer. Look at that, it's a lovely looking beer though. For a Pilsner, and the head has sunk around. Hopefully, Kolsh will get us down the same road. But we shall see. So the next beer I do is going to be similar. We're going to still go down with this Alt Kolsh looking beers. May use a Munich grain next time. I use Cara Gold and Cara Pils. I'll still use Cara Pils. Maybe I'll just use Cara Pils and see what difference we get. But I'm going to play with it. These are easy brews, and I'll keep them up. Anyone wants a recipe, drop me a line, because this is a piece of piss. And In fact, I'll do another video. I really want to do another video properly and actually lay out the whole thing, get it done properly, and, and stop just mupping it around, because this is how I work. I should organise myself better, because I am very organised work-wise, because I have to be, but when I can't, I'm just all over the place. Right, that's all I've got. Have a great weekend. November the 5th is coming. Halloween's been. And cheers, everyone.